Last week's video, you had an original song. This week's song is what?
No, we're not gonna tell people.
You're not gonna tell people? Okay, guess what song it is.
Good luck. So last week,
we landed in Melbourne, and that's where we kind of left off. And now we're gonna take up from the Melbourne airport. Now what do we say?
how warm it was when we first got there.
Yeah. And we hung out.
Plus 30 the day
Yeah, I
we
think it
arrived.
was pretty nice the day we got there, actually. It was sunny.
Like 30 degrees.
We hung out in the airport for a little bit because check-in for the Airbnb was only like 3 o'clock. But we messaged the Airbnb host if we could go early, and then while we were waiting for an answer, we just explored around the airport a little bit.
Saw the Christmas tree.
Saw the Christmas tree. It was pretty funny.
And plus 30 weather.
Yeah, it's always weird to see Christmas without snow.
Yeah, never seen it.
In the middle of their summer. Anyways, the Airbnb host messaged us back so that we were good to go over. So we got an Uber. I think it was like, what was it, $70 for a 30-minute drive?
A little under 70.
Yeah, but it was convenient, so whatever.
He was a nice guy.
It was worth it. What was your first impression when we were driving? Is that when you first noticed the trees?
The trees is definitely what I noticed, as well as the vehicles. I feel like there's like a lot of the exact same vehicles driving around. A lot of Toyotas.
Specifically?
A lot of the vans that we're looking for. A lot of the Hiace.
Yeah, that was one thing that we noticed when we landed was a bunch of Toyota Hiaces. Like
a lot.
So many.
One in every 5 seems like a pretty legit answer. And every pickup in this city has a snorkel on it. I swear. They're driving only in the city and they have snorkels.
Yeah. Okay, so then we got to the Airbnb. I thought it was cute. It's pretty little.
Yeah, it's very small. I feel like I've adapted to it.
In our Airbnb, we noticed it had a uke. What it didn't have was
Wi-Fi. Oh, it does. But we didn't have the password. Yeah, okay. All right, Gabrielle. What's going on?
The Wi-Fi isn't working, so we're gonna go adventure. To go find Wi-Fi, to message the Airbnb host to tell her that our Wi-Fi isn't working. So that hopefully we can get Wi-Fi. Because we don't have call or text or data. Because that's a probably tomorrow problem. Right, Dustin?
And we're broke, so we're not doing roaming. Adventure number 1.
Adventure begins. What did you say this was? You said...
The first test.
The first test. And how are you feeling with the first test?
Terrible.
No. Okay, let's go.
We're gonna go to a coffee shop.
Yeah. We ended up walking down to a museum and loitering outside of it and stole their Wi-Fi.
Okay, Gabriel.
Time to get groceries.
What did we just do?
We walked to the museum to text the Airbnb host.
And to download maps. And then we went to the grocery store and got stuff to make spaghetti.
Yeah, we did a little grocery haul.
Basic spaghetti.
But when we were getting groceries, the 2 things that we noticed, we wanted to get bagels for bacon bagel belts. Like if you're from Canada, you know, like Timmy's bagel belts, breakfast sandwiches with bagels.
Bagels are a big thing in Canada.
Yeah. First of all, their bagel bags come in like packs of 4.
Only.
And the ones that we got, they weren't even bagels. They were like bread. They were super fluffy and like...
Yeah.
It was weird. And another thing, that is the first time that Dustin found one of his favorite things about Australia.
Oh, yeah. I would love to show. 30 grams of protein in a coffee drink. And low fat. Where's the... Doesn't say low lactose. Low lactose, which is great for some people, me included. Yes, this is the savior to me, so I don't have to buy protein or pre-workout. I just buy these. For
a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah, so that was the first day. So let's talk about jet lag. Everyone talks about how nasty jet lag is.
Yeah, when we moved across the world and jet lag was
non-existent,
helpful.
Basically.
It was helpful.
Dustin's been training for this trip. No, for the past couple of years. You tell him.
Well, especially the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
With being unemployed. I have gained the great habit of going to bed at 4 in the morning. That means it's a really good time for me to go to bed here.
Yeah.
We've been going to bed at like 10 and waking up at 7 and feeling like adults.
Yeah, because 4 o'clock in the morning back home is like 10 o'clock here. I really feel like we have our life together.
Day 2.
We went on to day 2.
Wait.
Yeah, so if day 1 was getting settled, getting situated, day 2 was getting set up. There were 3 things for the day we had to get set up. We wanted to set up our personal tax file number or whatever, our Australian bank accounts, and a SIM card.
Oh, that was supposed to sound different. Wait.
Nice.
That sounds scary. It's perfect.
Yeah. So that morning, since we still didn't have Wi-Fi, we went to the museum, downloaded more maps, messaged our Airbnb host again.
And planned for our big hike.
Big hike.
Of a whopping, it was over an hour one way, a lot of walking.
The unfortunate thing with Google Maps also is if you download the offline version, it only tells you the best route to go. Like if you're driving a car, it doesn't tell you the best walking route. So we chose the shortest route for driving a car.
Which was longer.
Which was longer than the walking route that it suggested later.
And
it was along a super industrial road.
It was Sammy. Didn't I take a video of that?
And at one point there wasn't even like a sidewalk. We were just walking in the grass.
Yep.
So that was number 1. Keep in mind also that Dustin only brought 1 pair of shoes to Australia with him.
Shoes? Can we call them shoes? My
slippers.
Clogs, if you may.
I'll give a little fashion show. These are the only shoes that Dustin brought with him. So we trekked probably like 6K.
One way?
One way in clogs.
In clogs.
So by the time we got to the first place, Dustin's feet were starting to hurt.
But first place we got to was tax file number.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we don't want to get too into this though.
We went to the tax file number place. Basically they told us that we didn't have to be there to figure it out, but we could use their computers.
And we soon found out we needed an address.
This is where my social skills came in handy. Because remember that friend that I made in the airport? I had her Instagram. So then I texted said Australian friend asking her, this might be a weird question, but can we send this very important document to an address that you may have? Because we can't send it to our Airbnb because we only have it for 2 weeks and it could take 28 days to get in. So she didn't answer for a while, so we decided, you know what, let's try the next place, which was
bank accounts.
Bank accounts.
Which, after another walk, we began to fill out forms, sat down with the banker, and right at the end he says, and what's your address? And we state, we do not have one.
Address.
And he says, you don't have no friends?
Yeah, he's like, you don't
and we
have
go,
any friends here.
Kinda, we're waiting. And he's like, all right, well, can't do nothing.
Yeah.
So come back when you make friends. So we
tried option number 3, which was our last hope because everything had flunked that day so far. And that was getting SIM cards. And that's when things started looking up actually. Because the SIM cards went really smooth. We got a great plan. You want to tell them the plan?
We each get 500 gigs of data, unlimited text and call, worldwide.
Internationally.
All for $63 a month.
Canadian. Which is insane. And
once we got our phone set up,
we had
data,
yeah,
we got a response.
We got a message from my Australian airport friend. And she gave us the address that we could use. So we ended up going back to the bank, got our bank account set up, and we're so tired by that time. We felt like we had found some success and we decided we're just gonna do our tax file number thing from home on our computers now that we have data. And that day, once we got data, our Airbnb host messaged us with the proper Wi-Fi.
Which we no longer needed
because we had phone plans anyways.
1,000 gigs of data.
Before we started the trek back to make us a little happier, we went to the grocery store.
Oh yeah.
And we got a good little snack.
Cheese, bacon, buns.
Yeah, and I think you got a coffee. So that, that made your feet feel a little better.
And these bacon cheese buns are turning into a thing for me. You liking them?
I love them. But yeah, and now that we had the data on our phones, we took a much nicer route back.
With palm trees.
Yeah, it was quite nice.
No big trucks. No. And very little traffic.
Much more scenic. Yeah, and walking paths the whole way.
Oh, it was nice. Great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And that was day 2. Okay, so the things that are all the same color, you're gonna want to put your fingers on those.
My fingers don't work.
Yeah, like so do this one on this one up here.
I'm trying.
Okay, curve your hand more. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. Okay, now do another one. Do that little red one. It's just one.
And then you strum them all?
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Yeah, strum. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Here, this could be called the spider song. Okay, it's the background music, so it shows spiders as I'm playing the spider song. We thought the baby spiders were food until Dustin takes a picture of the baby spiders and they were baby spiders. And then day 3, day 3. Day 3, the mission was finding Dustin shoes. We realized we couldn't put it off any longer.
Shoes has been a running theme in our relationship since we started dating.
Which is how many years ago?
Over 6.
6 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot find shoes. I have a very hard time finding my size of shoes in the style I want. So this was about try number 40, give or take 10. I think I tried 3 different kinds there and they didn't have my size.
Yeah. You just have like a popular size apparently.
Big. Big feet.
And we'll stop it there.
Cat. However, I found a shoe that I really like.
Yeah. And we made a friend.
Australian
friend. Do you want to show everyone your shoes? You just have so much to show people.
Oh, I know. What a crazy life.
A real YouTuber. Hey guys.
Hello, YouTube. These are my new shoes.
Oh, what does my camera say? It's almost out of memory.
Where does it say?
Up at the top.
Yoicks.
Okay. I'll change the SD card.
It says 2 minutes.
New shoes. New shoe goofing.
Should we change it now?
Yep. So you found shoes. You were showing them your shoes, right?
After getting the shoes.
After getting the shoes, we wanted a snack before going back.
I was hungry again. So we went to McDonald's, which is called Macca's.
Oh, and now my battery's about to die. Okay, where were we? McDonald's.
Not where we were.
They call it Macca's.
And it's expensive.
Yeah, and they don't have Dustin's usual order.
McDoubles or junior chickens, at least in that mall. Haven't tried it again because the prices were a little
expensive,
scary. However, the one cheap item, which is very expensive in Canada, is chicken nuggets. Yeah. Which is very strange because they were...
The 24 pack?
24 pack for, what was it?
$11.
$11, which back home I'm pretty sure we pay like $8 to $10 for like a 6.
For like 6, yeah. So we went back to our childhoods and ate some nuggets.
Yeah, they were satisfactory.
Yeah.
On the way back.
On the way back from the mall, since Gabrielle had been so patient.
And
helpful shoe shopping. Dustin said that we could go to the thrift store, which was our very first time in an Australian thrift store here. And I was saying, since we had kind of played around with this ukulele in the Airbnb, I was like, you know how fun it would be to like maybe find a little ukulele for, you know, when we're in the van or when we're just, you know, I feel like that's a traveler thing to have. So I told Dustin, oh, maybe we should try and thrift a ukulele. So as I was trying on clothes that I didn't need, Dustin went off and he comes back to me with 2 ukuleles in hand. Crazy hair. Good?
Beautiful.
Thank you. That's the day that we found this.
Beautiful. What are we doing? Oh.
My $12 ukulele from the thrift store.
Okay, I can even use it as a weapon.
Remember what I told you?
Yeah.
So maybe I'll choose a ukulele. Happy, this is for you.
You're a goof.
And it only has 3 strings, so we have yet to go find some more strings. But now we're deciding that we kind of have to find you a ukulele too. Because as soon as we leave this Airbnb...
We're only going to have 1 3-stringed ukulele.
Yeah, and we need 2.
We need 2.
There, that's better.
Because this is a new thing.
Yeah, we're officially ukers.
This might be reoccurring theme.
The ukuleles.
Ukuleles.
I think so.
I've never played an instrument in my life.
He's doing so good.
I don't know how to keep a tune. And these are fun.
Yeah, this is his second song.
It's easy, yeah.
He knows chords and everything, so.
Made it up too.
The first one, not
Trademark.
today's.
No, oh yeah. The first one I made all by myself.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Do you want to remind everyone what it sounds like?
Get ready. Yeah, you get the idea. I'm new.
And I think that concludes day 3.
Day 4.
So day 4 was each day. And we had a theme song for this, but it was Dustin singing it. Do you want to show everyone what you're...
I can't
Bless
sing
us.
it. I can't sing it on. I'll play ditties, but
Nope.
I can't.
On repeat, Dustin goes.
Go ahead. You sing it for me.
No, it doesn't have the same effect.
Hang on. Let's go to the beach, each. Is that good enough? Okay.
Literally since we basically landed, or since the first day, Dustin's like, I want to go to the beach. beach, and it just turned, it just turned into him always singing Nicki Minaj's Starships.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah, so today was finally the day we went to the beach. Beach. We looked up, or Dustin and I think looked up some beaches, and he found St. Kilda's, which is like a pretty popular beach in Melbourne. Do we have a clip of the massive train station?
Yeah, you have one.
I think so. So on our way to St. Kilda's is when we went into the biggest train station hub thing that obviously either of us has ever seen. And it looked like something out of like
Out of a movie.
Like a spaceship almost.
Yeah,
Didn't it?
yeah. Kind of like a spaceship. I feel like that's
Like Guardians of the Galaxy. I feel like that's what it looked like. Don't they go into all their weird buildings in that movie?
Sure.
Yeah, like a Marvel movie.
Yeah, it looked weird. It looked CGI, I think is the best way to explain it. It looked fake.
It's like where all the trains, it's like a central hub station of sorts. That's the first time we saw that thing. Anyways, we made it to St. Kilda's. We got some snacks, which was an interesting combination.
Yeah, we got chips and beans, Heinz beans. They have taco flavored.
Yep.
Here, we got
I got
taco and ham.
ham-flavored beans.
Yeah.
And what else? Dustin, of course.
Cheese buns and protein drinks.
Yeah. And I got a nice little green drink of sorts, which was actually really good.
Yeah.
really
and then
nice.
we trekked to the beach for my first time ever touching the ocean.
Yeah.
I've lived inland my whole life.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to the ocean and never.
Obsessed with the ocean, but also terrified of it.
Yeah. It's a good combo. However, once arriving, Gabrielle got a call from your parents, or you called them?
Yeah, we had a planned call.
Yeah, so I was kind of just standing on the beach awkwardly, like waiting. I'm like, I really want to go into the water.
Well, after I got off the phone with my parents, both of us fully went into the water. Dustin ducks his head under the water and he comes out and goes, salty, so salty. I'm like, what were you expecting? He's like, I don't know, it's saltier than I imagined. And then later when you were on the phone with your brother,
yeah, it's so
one
funny
of the first questions he asked you.
Yeah, my whole family's not too much of travelers, so when my brother went to Mexico only a couple years ago, he also had the same reaction to water, so that was his first question he asked me was, is the water saltier than you thought? I was like, yes it was.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny. And literally, like, it was hot, and the Australian sun is no joke. So even though we lathered up in sunscreen, we still both burnt a little bit. Dustin probably worse than I did.
Yeah, which
is strange.
Strange, I don't usually burn, so.
But yeah, and you literally, like, you FaceTimed every single person in your family.
Yeah.
And showed them the beach and the water.
Gave them a little update.
Yeah, made them a
how
little
much
jealous.
better my life is right now. Well, they were freezing.
Yeah.
And hiding out indoors.
Yeah. That was beach day, and then I think that's it for that day.
Day 5 and 6.
Day 5 and 6.
A little bit less eventful. We kind of took some time to just hang out, get situated. We did our shopping here and there. And other than that, we went on a beautiful walk. I have this thing where I usually plan our walks, I would say.
I like walking for the sake of walking, but Dustin likes walking to see new things.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. So I just look at the map and I'll just zoom in, find the coolest thing I can see.
Usually a body of water.
Usually revolves around some sort of water.
Yeah.
And I found this little sandbar that goes out into the port.
Yeah, the port.
We called the port. And it was beautiful. We got some...
We didn't know what it was going to look like, but it ended up being a little like...
Nature reserve.
Conservation area for wildlife and plants. And we went out a little bit late, so we ended up catching the sunset, which was unreal.
Our first beautiful sunset.
Yeah.
That we've had. Insert majestic photo.
Dustin thinks one of the photos is pretty majestic of him. And then really the next day we didn't really do anything either other than get groceries and take cute pictures by a fence with pretty flowers, right?
Insert photos. Other than that, it was a relaxed couple days that were much needed from all of the change from moving across the world.
Busyness and getting things figured out. We just kind of
took it slow.
Yeah. And with that concludes our second update video.
Week 1.
Maybe we'll give everyone one more chance to guess the song that you're playing.
They can guess it in the outro, the black screen, because that's what's going to be playing. They'll hear it there.
Oh, so we're not going to keep our song?
No. We're going to do a new song every time. Yeah.
Okay.
It sends you... I like this. This is good. Okay. Here's a little ditty. Start you off with not a good week, but a great week.